The MSI Oculux NXG253R wants to be one of the best gaming monitors on the market, and it has some impressive technology to help it get there. A 360Hz refresh rate panel with NVIDIA GSYNC support and a 1 millisecond gray-to-gray response time. If those words and numbers aren't important to you, the MSI Oculux NXG253R gaming monitor might not be for you. It's primarily designed to assist those who are completely immersed in their games and esports and require a top-of-the-line 1080p experience. Welcome back to Rocket Review. Happy to see you here again. If you haven't watched the last video, kindly do so after watching this video to be informed on reviews of the latest gadgets and innovations. In today's video, we'll be doing a review of the MSI gaming monitor, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to be notified next time I post a new review. Let's dive in. Design. The Oculux NXG253R doesn't have the same outlandish design as the Asus, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It has a smart, understated appearance, and its large plain base is sturdy, with plenty of room for extra storage. The rest of the display has a rock-solid build quality that is reassuring for frequent movement, and the gaming design touches are only found at the back. A large NVIDIA GSYNC 360 logo and a small band of RGB LED lighting can be found on the back. The MSI offers a generous 130 mm of height adjustment as well as smooth, easy movement in all other directions and 100 mm VESA mounting. It's a little more generous here than the Asus, although the panel did fight back by including a desk mounting kit. On the left-hand side of the display, the Oculux has 3 USB ports, one more than the Asus, and in a more accessible location. There is a headphone jack on the NXG253R, but no speakers or USB-C port. There's a small joystick hidden behind the bottom right corner of the screen, giving you control over the various modes and settings on the monitor. And it works rather well even if it's just a bit awkward to access. In terms of setup in general, this is an easy monitor to put together on your own. It's basically just 3 pieces, but you'll need a screwdriver to fix a couple of included screws in place, and it's not a fully tool-free installation. Specs and features. The 360Hz refresh rate is currently the best available on any gaming monitor, allowing even the most demanding esports titles to run as near-perfect speed and clarity. NVIDIA G-Sync synchronizes the display's output with the frames produced by your gaming laptop or PC's graphic card. This eliminates tears and stutters, ensuring that there are no distractions while playing. The NVIDIA Reflex Latency Analyzer is also included, which can detect and eliminate signal delays between your display and your PC peripherals. NVIDIA G-Sync is usually compatible with both NVIDIA and AMD graphics cards, but the MSI currently only works with NVIDIA cards because NVIDIA dominates PC graphics. This isn't a deal breaker, but the Asus did work with Radeon GPUs. The rest of the display predictably is geared towards competition. Like the Asus, it's an IPS panel with a superfast 1ms response time and 10-bit color. The MSI, like its competitor, has a 24.5-inch diagonal display with a full HD that's 1920 x 1080 resolution. For competition, those figures make sense. The small physical size means gamers don't have to move to see the entire panel, and the resolution is high enough for gaming at 360Hz without requiring an outrageous GPU. Still, make sure that you have a graphics card like the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 or 3080, as well as a fast processor and memory. Like the Asus, the MSI uses NVIDIA's ultra-low motion blur or ULMB technology, but it's not worth bothering with on 360Hz displays because motion is already crisp enough and ULMB doesn't work beyond 240Hz or with G-Sync. The MSI panel has 2 HDMI ports and 1 display port, but the latter is a better option because it's the only one that supports 360Hz. The HDMI ports are limited to a 240Hz refresh rate. On paper, the MSI and Asus are very similar, and they are both a great option for esports. However, if you only want to play single-player games, the Samsung Odyssey G7 is a curved panel with a higher resolution and larger physical size, as well as a 240Hz refresh rate. The MSI Oculux NXG253R's OSD menu's brightness control is measured in nits rather than a percentage of maximum output. It's more of a rough guide than a precise representation of brightness. However, when set to the maximum 472 nits, this panel packs a punch. It also packs a punch in terms of speed. Ultra-low latency is almost a given thanks to the 360Hz refresh rate. Pixel response time, on the other hand, necessitates more scrutiny. 3 levels of pixel overdrive are available in MSI's OSD menu. The quickest has a hint of overshoot, resulting in inverse ghosting. The middle setting, on the other hand, is both spotless and lightning fast. We haven't seen a faster LCD monitor in our lives. That's how quick it is. In fast-paced games, the MSI's combination of 360Hz refresh rate and NVIDIA G-Sync produces sensational performance. The MSI is butter smooth and crisp in every situation. The 360Hz refresh rate, as always, will only benefit demanding gamers. The 240Hz display will satisfy casual gamers as well. A 1 ms response time is combined with the 360Hz refresh rate. Thankfully, the display's fast response time mode achieves this, providing smooth, fast, and crisp performance, with only a minor amount of overshoot visible only if you look closely. The other modes of response time aren't quite as impressive. The fastest option has more ghosting and no significant speed boost, while the normal mode has more visible blurring, and the fast option strikes the best balance with only a small amount of inverse ghosting interference with gameplay. In this regard, the MSI outperforms the Asus, which only achieved its 1 ms response time in extreme mode due to excessive overshoot and ran at around 2 ms in its more accommodating modes. Both displays are more than capable of supporting top-level esports, but if you want to split hairs, the MSI has a slight advantage. A middling IPS display sits beneath the buttery smooth operation. The MSI Oculux NXG253R comes with a delta E of 0.69 and a color temperature of 6,426,000, indicating that colors are accurate right out of the box. It covers 92.3% of the sRGB gamut, meaning it can render nearly every shade of required colors by games. The MSI will maintain its excellent viewing angles and uniformity even when you increase the backlight to its maximum level of 472 nits. The brightness level of 213 nits is acceptable, but the black point of 0.24 nits is excessive, resulting in an 888:1 contrast ratio. That's a low number, and it does imply that the MSI lacks some depth. It's bright and breezy, but not particularly intense. If you want HDR, this isn't the display to get. It only supports VESA Display HDR 400 and has no additional dimming options. When you add in a lackluster black point and the mediocre DCI P3 coverage level of 65.9%, you have a panel that doesn't make a significant difference. In HDR situations, the Asus was just as bad as the MSI, but it outperformed the MSI in terms of image quality, with a higher contrast ratio and better sRGB gamut coverage. The Samsung Odyssey G7, on the other hand, outperforms both in this category thanks to its superior contrast and color capabilities, as well as its higher resolution. So here's our verdict. The MSI Oculux NXG253R gaming monitor is designed for a very specific audience: serious, possibly even professional gamers who want to keep input and display lag as low as possible, thanks to the 360Hz refresh rate and the other eye-catching specs on offer here. The MSI Oculux NXG253R is a fantastic monitor to pick if you're looking for silky smooth, fluid gaming action and you have the connected computer to provide it. If you're not one of those people, the monitor will be less appealing to you, but there's no monitor on the market that can appeal to all types of users at once. It's perfectly fine if you prefer more screen space, a higher resolution, or a slimmer form factor over super fast refresh rates. The point is that the MSI Oculux NXG253R's flaws are deliberate compromises made by the manufacturer. Aside from the headline specs, there's a lot to like about the monitor, including its flexibility and versatility of the monitor stand. There aren't many gaming monitors that can be turned on its side and used in portrait mode, so that's another plus for this model. We also like the wide range of input options available, which makes connecting multiple computers and devices a breeze. The MSI monitor will set you back around £700 or $600. That's neither enticing, low cost, nor absurdly high risk. It's somewhere in the middle, though of course everyone wants to pay less, always. The main challenge for a speed-centric monitor like the MSI Oculux NXG253R at this price point is that you can choose from a wide range of gaming-friendly alternatives. For most gamers, a panel with a high refresh rate of 1440p would be a better compromise, unless you're a die-hard esports fan. 144Hz will probably suffice. The MSI Oculux NXG253R, on the other hand, is an absolute must for your short list if you demand the absolute maximum in speed. For the time being, there isn't much that is faster. Thank you for watching, and we hope you learned something new from this video. Kindly comment if you think in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.